So tonight's about friendships made and all that kind of thing. And this is the one... I do a lot of stories about inappropriate behavior, and a lot of those things happen in bathrooms or around bathrooms. And I don't know why that is, but I just... Anyway, so this is the one that is not about that. And it's for Laurent. And it's called I Love the French. I love the French. I suppose that's not a particularly popular thing to say, especially if you're either English or American. But there it is. A friend just returned from a trip to Paris. She fell in love with it. It happens to the best of us. When the French opposed George W. Bush's 2003 invasion of Iraq, they were targeted by a considerable portion of the American public / mindless sheep. At the time, I was working at a bar in San Francisco, and a customer asked me which was the best vodka we had. I was of the opinion that Grey Goose was the smoothest available at that time, so I reached for the bottle. Whoa, hold it right there, buddy, the man chirped. Is that a French flag on that bottle? Yes, why? I don't want that crap. Why not? I just told you it's the best one. It's French. You don't want it because it's French? I asked disbelievingly. That's right, fudging French. So I suppose you're one of these guys that calls French fries freedom fries then. Forget it, pal, nothing French. He pointed to a vodka bottle in the well, the contents of which tasted like lighter fluid, and I made him his French-free vodka drink. You know, in France they're called pommes frites, and in England they're called chips. I think Americans are the only people that call them French fries anyhow, I said. He took a sip of his cheap American vodka and shuddered. He stared at me quizzically and said, Say, where are you from anyway? I'm from England, it's near France. A limey? I suppose you're okay then. Wow, thanks. So, you're English and you're not mad at the French? No, I love the French, and when this idiotic war is all said and done, the French will likely turn out to be the smart ones. I love French toast, and I love French kisses. My favourite cheeses are brie and camembert. My celebratory beverage of choice is champagne. It's a region in France. I like songs about the Champs-Élysées. I make my coffee in a French press. I spread Dijon on my baguette. I lust after creme brulee and crêpe Suzette. I don't say crescent rolls, I say croissant. I don't say fillet of fish, I say filet. That will be $16, s'il vous plaît. $16 for cheap vodka. Sorry, that should be an American accent. Taxes! Your redneck president's got to pay for those bombs somehow. What do you think, he's going to use his own money? Now pay up and leave, and don't let the door hit your derriere on the way out. Me? I love the French. C'est la vie. And now back to the toilet humour. Terrible thing. Okay, this is as true as any of my stories get.
It's not true.
This is not embellished at all, actually. And it's called Inappropriate Behaviour. There's a scene in the film The Terminator when the human-looking robot, played by the former governor of California, is asked an inappropriate question. From his point of view, there is a computerized choice of options on how to respond. These are some of his choices. A, yes. B, no. C, go away. D, fudge you, asshole. Now, I don't think I'm unique when I say that I also do this. Years of working in the service industry condition one to respond politely and appropriately, even if the question or demand is inappropriate. Here's an extreme example. Hey, bartender, who have I got to wave my dick at to get another drink around here? Response choices. A, sorry about that, sir. Same again. B, it sounds like you've had enough, pal. C, you're cut off. Time to go. D, why don't you shove it up your gaping ass, you rude mother fudger. One evening last week, after I'd downed a couple of beers, I went to the Safeway to get some overpriced vegetables. Before I could shop, however, I needed to make a run to the supermarket's restroom. This is where it gets good. The bathroom was occupied, and so I killed some time by looking at some of your hilarious Facebook updates. Then I heard a voice about 10 feet behind me say, "Hey, are you going to go number 1 or number 2?" I ignored the man, partly because I felt sure that he must have been talking to his 4-year-old child. Again came the question, "Hey, you wearing the glasses." I said, "Are you going to go number 1 or number 2?" I slowly turned around. There was no 4-year-old child, just a 40-year-old man wearing paint-splattered overalls and headphones. Much like the Terminator, I quickly reviewed my brain's response options. Because of the nature of the man's personal question and the aggressiveness with which he asked, I weighed my responses carefully. A. Number 1 or number 2? What are you, still in kindergarten? B. I'm going to take a piss. I'm British and we don't do the other things in public toilets. C. That's really none of your business. Or D. Oh my God, I'm going number 2 and I am going to destroy that toilet. Pretty sure I shouldn't have eaten sushi from what looked like a taco truck that had "condemned by the health department" warning stickers all over it. I went with C. That's really none of your business, which under the circumstances was a well-moderated response. He came towards me and pushed past me and stood by the bathroom door and said, "No way, if you're going to go number 2, I'm going first." This was quickly becoming awkward, confrontational, and with a slight chance of fisticuffs. I said, "Take it easy, I'm just going to pee." The bathroom door opened, and I claimed my right to occupy the restroom. As promised, I spent my time in there relieving my bladder. As I washed my hands, I wondered what was going to happen as I left. I mean, I could hear the guy bad-mouthing me to someone else. "The guy in there has got a real smart mouth. Typical cracker." Cracker? I thought. What the hell? The man that confronted me was as white as I am. Okay, I'm British. Obviously, he was not quite as white as I am. I opened the door, and he was slightly blocking the doorway as I exited. And he said, "Oh, can I use it now?" "Sure," I said. "Enjoy." "Yeah. I will," he said. I headed to the produce aisle in a state of stunned semi-amusement. Are we done? Or when I go stand in line with my veggies to pay, will he push past me and insist that if I'm buying broccoli, he'd better go first? Thankfully, I didn't see him again. Afterwards, I kind of felt emboldened for standing up for myself. I mean, the guy was obviously a bully, and years of service industry conditioning has made me kowtow to demanding people. In situations like this, I invariably walk away thinking, I just wish I'd said this or that. Or later I would think of a response that would have been a clever and brilliant put-down. But setting the man straight and letting him know that what he was asking was inappropriate made me feel pretty good. Plus, I didn't get punched in the mouth, which is always a plus when dealing with a bully. So, anyway, I already have one weird story about waiting for the restroom, and I surely don't want to make it seem as if I spend my free time loitering around public bathrooms for material. Or do I? A couple of years ago, I was on a date at a bar, and I needed to use the restroom. It's a mashup. There was only one bathroom, and it was occupied. A pretty blonde woman stood behind me in the short line, which consisted of she and I. After what seemed like an eternity of waiting, and both of us being pretty sure of what the man was doing inside that bathroom, to fill the silence, I made a joke. I said, "If it smells in there when I come out, it's because of the guy who's in there now, not me." It was an attempt to turn a slightly uncomfortable situation into a light-hearted moment. The next thing I might have said was that I would get in and get out quickly so that she wouldn't have to wait too much longer. However, what had been a slightly uncomfortable moment became much worse when she looked at me and said, in a perfect American accent, "I'm sorry, I don't speak English." Oh, okay. I thought she doesn't speak English. I mean, apart from those words that she just said in perfect bloody English. Is she kidding? Then she moved closer to the bathroom door to read an article from a newspaper. "You don't speak English," I said, "but you read it?" To which she responded with, "Oh, as in I just got busted." "Next time, why don't you just pretend you're deaf?" I said. Actually, I didn't say it, but I wanted to. The bathroom door opened, and I went in and contemplated what that was all about. I mean, she seriously couldn't have thought I was hitting on her with an opening line like that. And then it hit me. What she actually meant to say was, I don't speak to English people. What the hell? What's with the anti-English sentiment? I mean, the Revolutionary War has been over for what, like 235 years? I thought about peeing on the seat just to spite her. Or dropping a massive poop in the toilet bowl and not flushing. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how to use a toilet, I would have said as I handed over bathroom rights to the non-English speaking lady. But I didn't. You know why? Because I'm English. And the English are polite. And when we tell you we don't understand you, we really mean it. That's mainly because English people are pretty lazy about learning other languages, but we speak American real good. As I walked past her after exiting the bathroom, I gave her my frostiest glare. A few minutes later, the blonde woman came and sat 2 stools away from me and continued her conversation with her friend in perfect English. How could this woman hate English people? I mean, we gave America the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Harry Potter and Monty Python. What more do you people want? But then I thought about it, and you know, the British also gave America the Spice Girls, Simon Cowell, BP oil spills, Piers Morgan, and me, the Bay Area Brit. Thank you. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, Tippy. Thank you, Andrea. I can't wait to read the next book. If you don't have a copy of this book, you should buy it. It seems like it's kind of a small town ghost story, but then it gets all big and like, woo, crazy. So, anyway, all right, thank you.